Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back on the bridge, and today, yes, we will be going over our favorite moments from Star Trek Picard Season 3, Episode 7, Dominion. But before we do that, captains, do us a favor, hit that like button, also subscribe here to the YouTube bridge, as we're always on the lookout for fellow captains where we can share our love, our passion for things Star Trek. Now, with that said, here we go. Now, captains, I have been enjoying doing this type of follow-up to the episodes of Star Trek Picard. That's because it just keeps me more involved, and I've just enjoyed the moments that we've been all getting for Star Trek Picard. And it's almost sad that we're only three episodes left, and it feels like we have so much more. But regardless, I'm gonna take this time and enjoy it. Just enjoy it for what it is. And this last episode, man, it turned it up a notch again from episode 6, that's for sure. So we'll go over moments here like we have in our previous videos in this sort of series that we've been doing. And first up here is our boy Liam. Now, again, I've mentioned this before in our previous reviews. It's always been kind of like a back and forth with him in terms of how I feel about him. To like, I don't like you, please don't die, to why you gotta be such a prick, and I like you, and now it's please don't die. Now, he didn't get a lot of screen time here, but man, it was, I thought, to be honest, I thought he was gonna die, and I literally said no in the moment here, and because of this, so what had happened here in this episode was he was kind of on the security team to try to capture Vadic again, and he got caught. Even though he shot one of the changelings, he got caught from behind, and then of course got thrown into the elevator. And the next shot that we see him in was actually this, which I thought he was dead, and I literally screamed no. So that again speaks to, I think, how good the character is, how good the actor is, definitely, and even so much so that he's even advocating for a new series called Star Trek Legacy is what I've been seeing there on the Twitter feeds. But again, he's a very interesting character, and one that I've had this unique relationship with, like I said, with sort of liking, not liking, loving at moments, but again, just a great character, and again, stands up to all the legacy characters when he is on screen with them. But definitely worth a mention here is Liam, because I just didn't want him to die, that's for sure. Next up, and how can we of course not forget this moment between Seven and Tuvok. That was a huge surprise, seeing Tuvok. No leaks, no nothing, and of course we see him there, and of course we had this special moment between the two, Seven and Tuvok. Fortunately, it was a changeling, but the moment of the feels was when the Voyager music kind of played in a sigh of relief. Seven, when she was smiling there, and it was great. It was a great moment, and of course, all paired up with the moment of course, when she found out he wasn't who he was, or when Tuvok was just a changeling. And again, it was a great callback, but again, also gave me chills at the same time, because if it was a changeling, that means they got Tuvok. And we kind of got a hint that he was still alive, and I think we do actually get to see him again, and hopefully he's okay. Hopefully they don't kill him off. I hate to say it, but that's something that we did think of there. But again, a wholesome moment of the feels, especially when Seven did that little smile of hers. That was just, and seeing her in the captain's chair, and their outfits, love their outfits. Gotta say that, love their outfits. They all had this like cool Starfleet jacket here, and I totally was all for it. But yeah, this moment was very chilling, and that smile from Tuvok when he just admitted he was a changeling, that was so well done. That was so well done, and hopefully again we get to see how he is there. Hopefully he's fine. So next up here, this was so I kind of lumped all of this, the Data Geordi lore, and I've mentioned before in the preview and the sort of the review that we did in the last episode that I love how they showcased the friendship that I remember, that we all remember from Data and Geordi, but also threw a little bit sprinkle of lore in there. When I say sprinkle, especially in this moment here at the beginning where he turned back into lore and just poked fun at Picard, I could not help but laugh. And this is why one of the reasons I'm loving this episode is just taking me on an emotional ride of happy, sad, on the edge of my seat, just being worried and all that thing. That all of a sudden they just throw these moments when Laura just made fun of Picard. That was good. It's a very lighthearted moment, and you can tell Brent Spiner was having fun of these moments. But again, you had the moments of Data, just that transitioning. I think he did really well in showcasing the different types of personality, as he did always in TNG. And of course, his plea for help there, that was all Data. That was just all Data. And of course, he had Geordi too. Geordi was really, again, on display here in terms of just his emotion, and not only for, Data, but also his daughter, because in this episode too as well, Sydney kind of got trapped with Jack, with the changelings, and because of Lore literally kind of took over there and snuck up on behind Geordi, and just like, look at that smirk. It was him. And Geordi's reaction, Geordi's plea was, oh man, this, just thinking about it right now, the feels, Caps. It was real. The way that he did this, you can tell. And then there was no care in his face there, Lore. But yeah, when Geordi said, "You broke me," and all that stuff, just him being so emotional, you can feel it. And I really did connect with this moment. And of course, the friendship appealing to Lore was just top notch there. And of course, when Geordi screamed, "Lore, please," oh man. And again, I said this in the review before, I'm a father, and I felt that, just him being concerned for his daughter. But then you had these moments again back to Geordi and actually Data, because when he said, "I am here," oh man, "I am here, Geordi," it was so good. And again, just thinking about that just speaks to the nostalgia that they're really, I don't want to say feeding us, but showcasing from, and yes, that look from Geordi there was pretty awesome. Going, "Is that you? Yeah, that's you, right?" Yes. But so yeah, definitely the best moments so far between the two, and I'm glad they really showcased it between Geordi and Data, and a little bit of Lore, of course, there. So, and of course, taking the top spot in this, I just really can't say enough about this character, Vadic, who, I've said it, she's crazy psycho lady, but man, the acting chops of her, it's just, you almost feel for her in this episode. And I actually do. I felt for her here when she was getting sort of reminded of her place, and then just the fear in her eyes. Like, you can see it there. Like, the actress was just doing such a great job here in really portraying that. And what really got me in this was just how vulnerable she kind of seemed, and it was just great. And it it's just her right there. You can feel it, and again, you just saw in her eyes the fear. And when we're gonna get, I think, another moment with Vadic where, of course, when she's explaining to us about who Jack really is, I think we're gonna get one more good moment with her. But when she got trapped here, and then she just look at her face. She's just kind of all over the place with her expressions. She's happy, sad, just angry. Everything was there, sarcastic, just all over the place. But what really got me is when she started talking about, of course, why she is so hateful and vengeful towards the Federation. And it was because, the Federation, Section 31 or not, whatever, she doesn't care. She doesn't distinguish between Section 31 and the Federation, of how they totally just experimented on them. And that's why she's doing what she's doing. And the fact that she even took the form of the one sort of experimenting on them, to remind herself of how much her hated, that's crazy. That's insane. And of course, we did get a glimpse, and there you go, she's crying again, and then happy again. Like, it's just all the same. A glimpse of the actual character that was torturing the changelings there, and you get the, again, this empathy. I did actually feel sorry for her. I really did, and I think that speaks to how good the actress is, how good the story part for her was, and you know, again, you felt for her. You really, I did at least, and scared, yes, but it was really good. And again, the whole moment here of her just kind of taking over the bridge, everything from beginning to end. And again, you get that look in her eyes here at the very end. Just, we're gonna get another moment with her, and I have to say that was just the best in this episode. Was just her being her being the character that she was, you know, written out to be, and how connected she is to, of course, to changing, and of course to her kind, but also showcasing why she's doing what she's doing in terms of, yeah, it's evil to, you know, I guess us, the Federation, but us or the Federation, but to her, this is on a different level of, you did this to us, you know. And again, what she's going through, she's really portraying to me at least, and of course I think to a lot of us, because again, she just is sort of conveying that pain, and I think she's really doing a good job. And I have to say that was one of the, like, that is the best moment from the last episode of Dominion and Picard there. So captains, we are at the last stretch here of Star Trek Picard season. I don't want this to end. I really don't want this to end, but we have no choice. It's gonna end. So these next 3 episodes, man, we're gonna just strap in, enjoy for what it is, and just, you know, whatever it is, it's. I just hope it leads to something more. I hope it leads off to a spin-off series with Liam, Seven even, you know, and the Titan, because we didn't get a lot of the Titan. We got some shots of her, but you know, I hope that this does well enough to have another spin-off series of its own for Liam and Titan. And again, I'm super pumped. This comes, of course, the release of this video the day before or the day of the release of the next episode, but we had to get this out. So captains, that is our top favorite moments from this last episode, episode 7, Dominion. Captains, do us a favor, hit that like button. Also, let us know in the comments below what your favorite moments of this last episode was. And of course, subscribe here to YouTube Bridge, and we will leave it on this note.
Live long and prosper.